a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. Check them at any time. He tries to require a password to gain access. Access. To gain access. Access. To gain access. Okay.
My friend told me the other day that he found it becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seems that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. He can check them at any time. Told me the other day that he found it becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. Okay?
My friend told me the other day that he found it becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seems that many of the websites he tried to use require passwords to gain access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. Good job. My friend told me the other day that he found it becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. Okay.
My friend told me the other day that he found it's becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seems that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. Gain access. So difficult. Keeps a list. Passwords. Sites. Wallet. Check them at any time. Okay.
My friend told me the other day that he found is becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seems that many of the websites he tries to use requires a password to gain access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. Good job. Gain access, more complicated, using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. Okay.
My friend told me the other day that he found is becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites he tried to use require a password to gain access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. Gain access became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet, so he can check them at any time. Okay.
My friend told me the other day that he found becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seems that many of the websites he tries access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good. Good job. Friend told me the other day that he found it becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. Okay.
My friend tells me the other day that he found is becoming more complicated using his computer, and it seems that many of the websites he tried to use require a password to gain access. It's become too difficult that he now keep a list of his passwords to many sites in his wallet so he can check them at any time.
Right, okay, very good. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet so he can check them at any time. Using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites he tries to use require a password to gain access. Okay.
My friend told me over there that he found in becoming more
Complicated.
Using his computer as it see that many of the websites he has to use require a password to
gain
access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a
list
of his passwords to many
sites
in his wallet so he can check them at any time.
Right. So he can check them at any time. Very good. Okay.
My friend told me the other day that he found it becoming more complicated using his computer, as it seems that many of the websites he tried to use require a password to get access. It became so difficult that he now keeps a list of his passwords to the many sites in his wallet so he can check them at any time.
Right, very good, very good. So, my friend told me the other day. What is the other day? It's not today, right? My friend told me today. No, the other day. It could be yesterday. It could be last Tuesday. It could be Friday last week. The other day. It's an indefinite time. It was recent, but it was just not today. It might have been yesterday, the day before, or the day before that. Just recently. Other day. You hear it all the time, very common. Oh, he was here the other day, and he told me this, that, and the other thing. The other day, as he found it becoming more complicated, more difficult, Not so easy. Complicated. Not easy. It was easy in the beginning when it was only one, but now there are many. Complicated using his computer, as it seemed that many of the websites, the places on the computer that he tried to look up different things about the news, what the news was, what the weather was, what his flight arrangements he could make, or whatever place he was trying to go on the computer, the many websites he tries to use require a password. A password. You have to type in a certain word that you made up, whatever it is, to gain access, to be able to get into the website, the location. To gain access to the room, you have to open the door. To gain access to the website, you need a password. Some of them require a password. A word that will let the door open and you walk in. Password. What is the password? If you're right, you can go in. If you're not, doors closed, go. To gain access, to be able to enter someplace. Access to the temple, access to the classroom. You've got to gain access. You've got to open the door and walk in. Access, to get into something. He was able to access the website. Gain entrance. It became very hard, very difficult, not easy.